New shocking, never before seen evidence in the David case. Prolific singer, songwriter, set to take Frank Ocean's crown. Literally live streaming with the biggest celebrities, on tour with Colucci, on tour with some of the industry's greats, now disgraced, cooperating, but many suspect in hiding because it looks like he is the prime suspect into his missing, at the time, 13-year-old girlfriend who was found chopped and screwed and put in a trunk. You guys, there is more and more information coming out on Twitter every day, and we have to talk about it. I'm going to take you through all of it. Guess what? The victim's brother has allegedly spoken out. We have the screenshots. We have the screen recordings. People from that community have spoken out. They have said this man was known to be a paid PDF file. The people in his Discord knew. The people in his stream knew. He demanded that people delete his streams. We have the streams with Celeste on there. We have the tweets from people in the community, which, by the way, this information came out before Celeste was even found. She had been missing for over a year. We have the screenshots from David's song, Romantic Homicide. And more importantly, we even have someone that worked in a jewelry store that David would take Celeste in regularly to look at wedding rings and things like that. There is so much evidence that we have compiled. We're going to walk you through it. We did other videos where there were tweets and stuff like this, but let's actually get through the evidence because it paints a picture. It paints a picture that cannot be ignored. All right, let's get into it. First up, popular stringer Arav, right? He literally posted on Twitter, Celeste's brother speaks up and reveals that he thinks David murked his sister. Now, let's get into the screenshots because he recorded everything because he wanted us to know this was 100% legit, okay? He's going in to Instagram, okay, showing that this is 100% the brother's profile and scrolling through their messages. Let's get into this. First question he asked off the bat, which we were all wondering. He said, dude, why does David follow you? He said, all respect to your sister. And I hate how ishy people are being. Was it really him, Jesus, all love man? He said, her brother says, Celeste, the missing 13-year-old, who would be 15 this year, said, yes, it was him because he found my account out of nowhere and followed me. The streamer says, well, he has it coming. That's wild, just randomly. Did you ever talk to him? Now, the brother says, well, I met him once in person. Again, I have questioned. I'm not going to question the brother because I don't know how old the brother is. He could be a kid himself. I am questioning the fact that the mother knew that from the time she was, because if she was missing at 13, her and David were dating for a year or two before that. Your 11 and 12-year-old is not coming home. They disappear for over a year and you don't do anything about it. I'm not judging the brother's reaction. I don't know how old the brother is, but the mother, I don't know, something's weird. But let's get back into this. So he asked the brother, did you and your family know of your sister being with him? Like she was living with him. All of this ish is so confusing and disgusting. The brother says, I knew and I went to the police about it. Okay, good for you. But the police said there's lack of evidence. So it was waived off. Can you imagine going to the police about your little sister and it being waived off? So he says to the brother, that's BS. Now that there's 1 billion people backing you, all right, that won't happen again. But if they had listened, he goes in to say that Celeste's brother said, and listen for this because this is so sad and shocking. Celeste's brother says, even if they don't do anything, they haven't even done anything towards him, which is odd that they haven't arrested him and it's just an ongoing investigation. So he says to him, And I gotta agree, that's how it is with celebrities. Just look at effing Diddy. They don't do ish. And the brother says, Celeste's brother says, the missing 13-year-old brother says, I know it effing sucks. He says to the brother, I know, right? People are crazy. And then he asks him a really important question, okay? He said, effing crazy people suffer for it. How long has she been gone? He said, dead? For about 2 weeks. He says back to Celeste's brother, damn, that soon? People have been saying it's been a month. The dude's a weirdo. His songs all have weird messages and imagery. He then asks his brother, why do you think it happened? Like he just didn't want her to expose him for being with her? Now this kind of stuns Celeste's brother, and he literally gives an answer. He said, I don't know, okay? He says, damn, was your sister like in love with him and not choosing to stay? I'm guessing it was all him, just manipulating her. Celeste's brother says, yeah, she was always saying that he was waiting till she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. Interviewer says, effing sick. That's crazy. What's crazy is all those people in a circle who knew and didn't say ish. I saw one guy did get sued by him. I'm sure you would have too if you kept pushing. So he was out here suing people. David was out here suing people, exposing him for being a PDF file. Does that sound familiar, class? Does it sound familiar? But it's not over. Now this catches Celeste's brother, throws him for a loop. He said, dog, what? I never knew that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. And he was like, dude, there's so much stuff in that Discord he has. The brother is shocked. He said, what the F? There's a Discord? He said, yeah, it was just his fan Discord and stuff. I wasn't in it, obviously, but from what I know, he was decently active in it. And some screenshots and screen recordings were posting today and yesterday after the news showed a guy saying this. So he sends Celeste's brother a screenshot where it says the one with the missing girl, Celeste Rivas, right? He tells Celeste's brother, 95% sure it's legit someone who was in the server before it was locked, screen recorded them, locking up this message, and it wasn't edited or anything. The brother, Celeste's brothers, WTF, no effing way, dude. Please send me more if you know, dude. He said, I got you, bro. Let me find everything. He said, let me find everything. Because he went out a way of saying so many people were after David. Now they're after this. They found so much evidence to back this ish up. The brother, dude, I never knew this stuff. He goes on to say, the interviewer says only a small number of people were aware until today. The brother, I wish I would have known. I could have used this. Arif says, you didn't have your sister added on Discord, right? The brother says, dude, I don't even have a Discord. He then says, all right, that's cool, but this is what I have. And he started sending him screenshots from Celeste's Discord. Look at all this. Look at this. He said, these are photos. And this song was unreleased. He said he's screen recording all this because he wants to prove that this is legit. It hasn't been edited. And he asks, is this your sister? He says, yeah. Heartbreaking words. Yeah, that's my sister, dog. Look at this little girl. You guys, hold on. Look at this little girl. How did nobody know? How did no one know? How did the police ignore this? How did everybody in the industry's friends that the superstar had around his inner circle, how come nobody said anything? Everybody was fine with this. Everybody knew. Everybody what? I bet you there was a bunch of people saying, oh my God, she seduced him. Anyway, interestingly enough, there was a kid named Gus who the sister had put a memorial up of the Discord. And the guy was like, yo, you think, he's like, oh yeah, I know Gus is gone. He said, you think like David like got rid of him? And he was like, nah, he was shot on some other stuff. You guys, hold on. There was also this resurfaced clip of David from January 11, 2024. It shows him with Celeste on a stream where he tells mods to delete all the videos, right? And clips after he ends the stream. Listen to this. Because, oh, he was leaving breadcrumbs.
Oh, look at answer that one. That's so mean if you don't answer.
Which one? What's good, David? Big fan, bro, thank you, Mitochondria.
I gotta stop with him if you even. We need to delete this.
Maz, can we delete all VODs? And then as soon as the stream ends, delete the stream?
Next, we're going to hear from a man that works in a jewelry store and what his experience was with Celeste and David.
In a Tesla belonging to David, a popular singer. Today, the body was identified as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Right when the picture went public of Celeste, I instantly recognized her from 2024 in April when her and David came together to a jewelry shop I used to work at. I remember this moment so vividly because when they came in, there was something off about Celeste. She was very high, and she was with David, who I recognized because he's a popular singer, but she was very obviously younger than him, and she was very out of it. I was helping her out with jewelry, and she was all over the place. So that situation really stuck in my brain, and I really remembered her face. So when her picture was released to the public, I instantly recognized her as the girl that was with David. And the fact that she was found in his trunk, dismembered, is just unbelievably sad and horrific. And my heart just goes out to the family and her friends and everybody who was affected by her death. But there is a lot of questions around this and a lot of unanswered questions. So please find answers.
Here's one way we can find an answer. Look at a video, an outtake of David's video. He was literally dropping Easter eggs the whole time. Look at this. There's something in the trunk of the car being dragged out and in. The smile on your face. Just any crazy stuff. This is from Romantic Homicide. Oh, look at this one. This is David and Celeste on live stream in matching hoodies, okay? They were in the arcade. Look at this. That's her in the bottom corner. She's trying to hide behind David. David is cheesing. Everybody else sees this little girl, and they're applauding. And look at this music video David did, an imaginary relationship, right? But could it be, it looks like he's being tortured by something, right? Looks like he's being tortured by the ghost of someone he did dirty. Let's not forget in that video of Romantic Homicide, where he's explaining the lyrics, is one thing where he's like, I talk about killing her, not actually, but in my mind. Okay. Let's also not forget this. It makes him look even crazy. Now, don't forget the brother said that she's been gone for about 2 weeks, right? David said, when I was writing this, I got a notey from you. The date is September 17, 2025. That means that she was already gone. As you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again, take me where I belong. Does that not sound like somebody's ghost saying that? But our circumstances won't allow us to. He says, won't allow us to be in our ideal situations. We gotta push through. Does it sound like this man is being haunted by this girl's ghost? I'm being serious, or being torn up by guilt, but also a little crazy. Fool, who is you talking to? Like, oh my God. Anyway, one guy said, this guy is a PDF file. This is in direct response to that tweet David just put up. This guy's a PDF file from what I heard. My sister, who was now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader. Let's call her C. And she would go on trips with him to LA. He says they're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out C's friends knew, and he would pay them to keep their mouth shut. C has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on. Mind you, this was posted weeks before that body was found in the Tesla. It seemed that everybody knew, and the kids were whispering about it. There's even a picture of him literally paying off kids. Hold on, look at the picture. This is an actual picture of him paying off kids to keep their mouth shut. This little psycho, alleged psycho, really thought he got away with something. Now, there is a chance that he's not involved at all. But as time goes on and the police being so silent, yeah, I don't see it happening. This little guy really thought he was bigger than the program, thought he had money, fame, a good guy thing, and he could get away with it. As lots of people said, these posters have to be telling the truth. because no one knew that she was where she was until today. Let's also not forget his posters for Romantic Homicide. This was his big hit, what launched his whole tour, his biggest thing. Also, her birthday is listed as September 7th. That's the same day he uploaded Romantic Homicide. Again, this guy is sick. There's something up. Again, take me where I belong, but our circumstances won't allow it. And look at these lyrics for Romantic Homicide, okay? And the video of him performing with blood stained everywhere. I killed her. I didn't even regret it. I can't believe that I said it. He subconsciously just admitted it. As this poster said, what the hell? That's not even the original lyric. This was a screenshot from somebody that was actually in the show. And they said, I killed her and I didn't even regret it. Not that I was literally at David's concert and he was confusing this whole time. What he did to Celeste. She was probably 12 around this time, and now she's 15. Now in his music all makes sense. She was underage and he couldn't talk about her publicly. Explains why in the music video, Here With Me, that girl looks just like her. Who even knows that Celeste was around then? There was also a never released song that people found. The lyrics, nobody ever called me, but I've spoken too soon. In the back of the police car, I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing. Do the same if they ask you about her. Again, they said justice for Celeste. I don't know if this is relevant, but they wanted to come forward and give that info. The last lyrics people can remember is a love song he wrote to her. Oh, Celeste, the girl with my name tattooed on her chest. Smell her on my clothes like cigarettes. I hear her voice each time I take a breath. I'm obsessed. Afraid you'll only love me when undressed. But you look so damn gorgeous in that dress. Missing you so much makes me depressed. But I digress because I love you so much. I love you. Y'all lock this fool up and throw away the key. Listen, y'all, I'll be live tomorrow in the AM to go over even more evidence. Hopefully we have an arrest soon. Listen, now I'm not saying this mofo did it. But ever since I read all these tweets and looked at his reposts, yeah, I've been looking at him different.